today we are going to be reading Chapter 5, Ghost Queen. But first, check out this meme that I made for you. So we left off in Chapter 4 where Jack and Annie saw what they first thought was a mummy, then they thought was a tomb robber, and now they found it's an Egyptian woman. And they're trying to give this Egyptian woman the scepter. Making sure you can see it. So today we're going to be reading The Ghost Queen. Chapter 5, The Ghost Queen. A ghost, Annie whispered, but Jack could only stare in horror. The ghost began to speak. She spoke in a hollow, echoing voice. I am Huttapi, she said, Queen of the Nile. Is it true that you have come to help me? Yes, said Annie. Jack still couldn't speak. For 1,000 years, said the Ghost Queen, I have waited for help. Jack's heart was pounding so hard he thought he might faint. Someone must find my Book of the Dead, she said. I need it to go on to the next life. Why do you need the Book of the Dead? Asked Annie. She didn't sound scared at all. It will tell me the magical spells I need to get through the underworld, said the Ghost Queen. The underworld, said Annie. Before I journey on to the next life, I must pass through the horrors of the underworld. What kind of horrors? Annie asked. Poisonous snakes, said the Ghost Queen. Lakes of fire, monsters, demons. Oh. Annie stepped closer to Jack. My brother hid the Book of the Dead, so tomb robbers would not steal it, said the Ghost Queen. Then he carved the secret message on the wall, telling me how to find it. She pointed to the wall. Jack was still in shock. He couldn't move. Where? Asked Annie. Here? She squinted at the wall. What do these tiny pictures mean? The Ghost Queen smiled sadly. Alas, my brother forgot my strange problem. I cannot see clearly that which is close to my eyes. I have not been able to read his message for 1,000 years. Oh, that's not a strange problem, said Annie. Jack can't see anything either. That's why he wears glasses. The Ghost Queen stared in wonder at Jack. Jack, lend her your glasses, said Annie. Jack took his glasses off his nose. He held them out to the Ghost Queen. She backed away from him. I fear I cannot wear your glasses, Jack, she said. I am made of air. Oh, I forgot, said Annie. But perhaps you would describe the hieroglyphs on these walls, said the Ghost Queen. Hiero who? Said Annie. Hieroglyphs, said Jack, finally finding his voice. It's the ancient Egyptian way of writing. It's like writing with pictures. The Ghost Queen smiled at him. Thank you, Jack, she said. Jack smiled back at her. He put his glasses on, then he stepped toward the wall and took a good, long look. Oh, man, he whispered. So we found out that the Egyptian woman is Huttapi, and she is Queen of the Nile, and she's looking for the Book of the Dead that her brother hid, so she can get through the underworld. And she said there are horrors like poisonous snakes, lakes of fire, monsters, and demons, and she's trying to read the hieroglyphs to find out where these are all different hieroglyphs, to find out where her brother hid the Book of the Dead. So that concludes Chapter 5. Make sure you guys are on the lookout for that Google Forms going over the questions for Chapter 5.